ABC 36 News Weekend Edition starts now. Your local news source.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Sprague. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. Well, we saw a little sunshine today, but how long will that last? Meteorologist Jeff Cornish has a first look at our forecast. And how's it looking out there for the rest of the weekend?
Well, the sun's not going to be around too much longer. The bottom line is the clouds are on the increase. We'll see some showers, but if you like the warmer weather, I think you do.
We'll take it.
Well, yes, we're going to gain about 20 degrees from where we stand right now. We'll be in the low 60s tomorrow for your high. You can see really the afternoon has brought us fairly dry weather. There have been a couple of showers up in parts of Ohio, actually snow in northern parts of Ohio. But around here, we are at 39 degrees right now in Lexington. You can see those current temps ranging from the upper 30s across the central and northern part of the region into the mid 40s and even upper 40s in the south and southeast. We still have some rivers that are out of their banks. We have river flood warnings in effect for Nelson County and Whitley County, flood advisories for Powell and Estill counties. And the overall impact of that, we have seen the Cumberland River down in Williamsburg crest earlier, and it is still flooding, but it will soon return back closer to normal. The Kentucky River and Red Rivers have both crested, but they are a little bit above their banks at this point in parts of Estill and Powell counties. And then the Rolling Fork River to our west will crest later on tonight about 4 feet above flood stage in western parts of Nelson County. Now we have some severe weather to talk about for Monday, and details on all that be in a few more minutes. Jacqueline, back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. A huge game for the Kentucky Wildcats at Rupp Arena this afternoon. Joining us now in the studio with your Solid Blue highlights is Dan Reifert. Dan?
Thank you. Once again, the Cats trying to bounce back at home following a disappointing road loss, facing a Florida team entering today's game without a loss in the month of February. Billy Donovan's Gators riding a 6-game winning streak, but those Gators had no answer for this guy. Darius Miller, the blow-by and bank shot, ties the game at 6. Very good sign out of him early. Deron Lamb inbounding to Brandon Knight. Then Knight finds Lamb with the wraparound pass. One of Knight's 6 assists. Knight now on the drive, spins, drops it in, plus a trip to the line. He tied the game at 20. Knight 16 points in the game. Then late in the first half, Miller scores 7 straight, including this and one. Cats led it 34-33 at the break. Then in the second half, Lamb feeding Terrence Jones. 8 points, 9 rebounds for Jones today. UK builds a 7-point advantage. Gators won't go away. Chandler Parsons from the far corner drains the 3. But the Cats answer immediately. Lamb for 3. He had 14 points. And then the dagger. You know what time it is. Miller time. The 3 gives UK an 11-point lead with about 4 minutes to go. Career high 24 points for Miller. Cats get it done 76-68. Career win number 500 for John Calipari, who is now 32-0 at Rupp as the UK coach. Here is Kent Spencer with more.
Obviously, this was a game Kentucky had to have. They needed somebody to step up. It was time for somebody to step up.
Ken, you know it was Miller time.
That's his dad. John Calipari issued a challenge this week to Darius Miller. Challenge accepted.
Just saying, you're as good as anybody in this conference. Please, this is your game to show it. And he showed it.
Basically told me I was going to have to step up for us to win, for us to be a good team. So, I mean, I just try to come out and play aggressive and do my best to help out the team.
Miller's career high 24 points was just what the doctor ordered.
Just believing in himself and, just having that confidence. When he has that confidence, he can play the best of him, and he showed that tonight.
The thing for him now that's a problem, we're going to expect that kind of effort because you're capable of it. Now, come on. Bring it every game.
The victory was John Calipari's 500th as a head coach.
I was only worried about Florida. This was a huge game for us.
We needed this win to give us confidence. So just being able to get a win against the top team in the conference was, good.
I'll say, Kent Spencer, ABC 36, your local news source.
Thank you, Kent. More from Coach Cal on the Cats win coming up later in sports. Jacqueline.
Great win for the Cats. Thanks, Dan. Well, rallies took place at state capitals across the country today to show their support for union protesters in Wisconsin. Here in Kentucky, more than 100 showed up in Frankfort. ABC 36's Kate Slattery was at the state capitol.
Is a free lunch.
Dozens of people gathered on the steps of the state capitol Saturday. to rally against a Wisconsin bill that could curb protective bargaining rights for public employees.
To stand in solidarity with working people.
If we don't get out and stand up, our society is going to crumble from the inside out.
Among today's large crowd,
I am a former teacher.
Teachers, nurses, community members standing united.
We came all the way from Boone County, Kentucky.
Many of them like Pamela Layden.
We want to protect the gains that teachers have made and all the public workers. We appreciate all of them.
Public employees continued protesting for an 11th straight day Saturday in Wisconsin. Today, officials announced they would have to clear out by the end of the weekend. Governor Scott Walker says the cuts are necessary to help make up for a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit in the state.
If that is successful in Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, then Kentucky would be next.
Former union worker Roy Hudson has growing concerns.
Wide open range for Kentucky to step aboard.
Similar rallies took place across the country today.
It's very inspiring.
Ralliers hoping standing united, their voices will be heard.
I'm a born-again American.
In Frankfort, Kate Slattery, ABC 36, your local news source.
And those protesters in Wisconsin were told they have until 4 p.m. tomorrow to clear the Capitol building there. A community in western Kentucky is coming together to support the families who lost 4 children in a tragic accident. The children drowned Thursday night when their buggy overturned in a swollen creek after heavy rains in Graves County, Kentucky. 2 adults and 3 children were able to escape unharmed. Now neighbors in the community are collecting donations to help feed the estimated 1,000 Amish who are expected to attend Monday's funeral for the 4 children. A Pulaski County woman dies in an overnight car crash. Police say it happened on Kentucky 192 around 1 a.m. Saturday morning. They say a car driven by 21-year-old George Hernandez was traveling westbound when he struck another eastbound car driven by 28-year-old Carol Lovelace. The Pulaski County coroner pronounced Lovelace dead at the scene. Police say 2 juveniles in Lovelace's car were taken to the hospital and 1 juvenile was airlifted to UK hospital. Police are still investigating. A grand jury in Richmond has indicted a man police say ran over a police officer, according to the Richmond Register. Mark Robinson faces several charges, including assault and being a non-compliant sex offender. The officer Robinson hit was not seriously injured. Some potential boxing stars are in Lexington for a tournament. The 2011 USA Boxing Region 5 Championships are taking place this weekend at Consolidated Baptist Church. Lexington Police and the Kentucky Amateur Boxing Association sponsored the event. Some of the top boxers from Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan are taking part. The tournament has been held at Consolidated Baptist Church the past 2 days, but the finals will begin tomorrow at noon at Four Seasons Martial Arts. Tax season is here, and if you owe money to the IRS, there are some ads that claim to help people, but they're really just a scam. We'll show you what to watch out for next in tonight's Don't Fall For It.